welcome back to my channel. It is my favorite time of year. Finally! Halloween is one of my favorite holidays. Not just because of the candy and the fall weather, because I live in Florida, so it is perpetual summer here. Halloween and makeup and costumes and everything is just one of my favorite things ever. I saw this post on one of the Halloween makeup blogs or Instagrams, whatever I follow. It's super cool. It's supposed to be Jack from Nightmare Before Christmas, and that is one of my favorite movies. My mom raised me on Tim Burton films and anything with Danny Elfman in it because, well, she loves him and his music and everything. So I was absolutely inspired by this. I also got this little bit from her post. I will link her Instagram down below when I find it. The post that I saw didn't tag her in it. However, I did want to do something a little different because if she is on YouTube, I'm sure she has her tutorial up on it. So why would I do the exact same thing when anyone can go watch hers? So I decided to make it a little bit different. And as we know, Jack is the Pumpkin King. So hence this side. It was really fun to do, honestly. It's a little bit more on the simpler side. It's actually not really any effects makeup. I did do it on the fly. I hadn't played with any of my face paint in a while, and I did get a couple new ones. It won't stay. I'm just gonna take it off. If you're interested in seeing how I created this, keep watching the video, and thanks guys. I'll see you in the next one. All right, starting off with the Boscia No Pore, No Shine Primer, or that's what I call it. I'm going to put this all over my T-zone because this is where it gets really oily and I don't want any of my face paint to slip or slide all over throughout the night. Next, going in with a Ben Nye white eyeliner pencil. I'm just going to map out where I'm going to have my split face. Then I'm going to take my Ben Nye white face paint and start going in with that. I'm using just a paintbrush you would find at Michael's or an art store. I decided that I wanted to do my eye makeup first before I went in with that white paint. So I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape and my Real Technique sponge to, lay down the foundation for that. Taking my Morphe 350 palette, I'm going to go in with this neutral brown shade to start off this black smoky eye-ish. And I am being very messy with it. I'm using a Morphe brush to just put that all in the crease. Then going in with this cooler toned, almost grayish brown. Just gonna layer that right on top of it. Get it all in the corner, start bringing it under the eye. Talking to my boyfriend about something. Going in with that darker shade, just going to bring it a little bit lower. Add some depth. Because we are going to go in with black in just a moment. Bring it down on the nose so that we can create that nose contour. All right, using my NARS gel liner in black or whatever color they use. I'll link it all down below. I'm just going to put it all over my lid. And I'm going to take a paintbrush to kind of help spread that out a little bit more. And then to set that black, because we don't want it to crease while the night goes on, I'm going to go in with Urban Decay's Blackout eyeshadow and just pack that all over it. And then we'll start blending it out with that same Morphe brush. And again, being messy because we're trying to make it look like, if you've seen Jack Skellington, he kind of has cartoonish, empty sockets. So just creating that. Going back in with the white, I'm just gonna fill in all over my face. Literally that's it, with that same paintbrush, and just create a base. Look like I'm dead. And honestly, I wouldn't put it over my lips if I did this a second time. Just because it made the black turn gray when I went in with it. And then I'm just taking my RCMA powder in a big fluffy brush and setting that whole white space. And now I am blending all of that dark into the white around it. In these last few steps, I just tightlined my bottom waterline and then went in with some black and then gray to smoke it out a little bit more. And the good thing about this white paint was that anywhere that I didn't want it to be too dark, I could just clean it up like what we do with concealer and any kind of wing liner or smoky eye or anything like that. Just deepening the black around my under eye, and then also deepening that nose contour just because, you know, we want to look dead and hollow. Next, going with the Ben Nye black face paint and a tiny angled brush, paintbrush. Again, just anything you'd get from Michael's or any arts and crafts store. Going to just start making my nose shape and doing my smile line. And I'm taking it all the way back towards my cheekbone, and then I'll fill in my lip area. So again, you can see it's turning gray since I put that white on there, so I would probably leave that, not putting any white on there. Then I'm just taking another paintbrush, and I just created those little stitch smile lines, kind of like really basic teeth. And now I'm going to fill in my brows, make it look a little furrowed, or I don't want to say angry, but like kind of intimidating. Because, you know, being a pumpkin king or queen, whatever you want to do. And then just cleaning up that area under my brow. Taking that grayish brown color, I'm going to be using that to contour my face, hollow it out a little bit. Baby hair's on fleek, am I right? And now we're gonna start on the other side. I'm mapping out where I'm going to have that jack-o'-lantern eye, just filling in the rest of my face with that orange, going around that area around my eye. And I'm just gonna follow these lines and create this pumpkin shape, or like a half smashed pumpkin skull. I'm putting concealer on my eyebrows. I just didn't want those hairs to show through underneath that orange color. It was pretty light. I'm taking that same Ben Nye pencil and drawing out the teeth of the jack-o'-lantern, and then filling in the gaps with the orange. And then I will just start outlining those teeth with the black face paint. Jumped around a little bit here, just started doing the nose since I was right there. Just made it all one shape. Now creating those jagged teeth. Kind of want to be scary, like horrifying, laughing kind of thing. You know, it's Halloween. Gotta be somewhat scary. Then we're just gonna fill it all in. All the black. So skipping ahead a little bit, I did create the shape of the jack-o'-lantern eye, and I'm just going to set that again with the black eyeshadow. Here I'm doing some shading to create that I have half of a pumpkin on the side of my face, and it's kind of like a mask effect. These paints that I'm using for the orange and the brown colors are from CC Beauty, and they are oil-based, so they did kind of like slide around. So maybe I'll just go with water-based next time. But yeah, just adding those pumpkin details and creating some more depth, making it look a little bit more 3D. I did put a little yellow to blend out eventually and kind of make it look like it was rounded-ish. Then I'm just trying to create like that carved effect. You know, you can see when a pumpkin is hollow, it has those edges. I also did this around the teeth area as well. Then I'm going in with the 350 palette again. I'm using that orange color to create some more depth, definition, so it doesn't look flat. I'm just going to finish up adding some last details and stay tuned for the end result. All right, so that completes this Halloween look. Honestly, this turned out way better than I expected to after only using those paints for the first time ever, just completely on the fly. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next one. All right, bye.